beautiful day today. Quite benign as well, wind-wise. But look like kicking up a storm, you might say. Looking further back here, Kelderman, Arietta and Ulissi. Arietta looks a bit spent here. Effort to get up on the Red Bull sprint, and he's been left by Ulissi, who I think now is bidding for pink. Kelderman with him. Ulissi flicking the elbow out. Minute and 4, that chasing group. Fortunato group is at 2 minutes and 34. Plapp has just about dealt with this crest. He's got a wall to come. It's only 800 metres. They've given it a categorised 4, but the percentages you'll have to deal with are quite significant. But the way he's been skipping over them, beating some that you'll probably put ahead of him when it comes to climbing credentials. Well, he's displaying all of those today as the man from Melbourne. He is doing a phenomenal job. Well, after the hyper busyness of the start of the day, it's kind of been positions held for a while, Brian.
Yes, indeed. Just looking at these time gaps as well now, and it's touch and go now whether Fortunato is going to be taking pink. It's swayed now towards Ulissi, and if he does take pink, it's not going to be a lot. Still just under 10 kilometres to go, so the excitement within XTX Astana when it came to the riders that were in the breakaway, well, they were thinking stage 1, but I think now pink could be their only offering today. Okay, they're going to get a good place on in the finish of today's stage, not the win, of course. They duly loved that, but at the end of the day, can XTS Astana take pink?
It might come down to the bonuses. Let's see, shall we? Van is about to be absorbed here. Just looking to see who's charging through, and it's still Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. Have they any desire to charge into this? You get an awful lot of duties if you happen to be the leader of the race. You have to go to a sweet punishment, says Roglic when he described it. You've got all of the media duties to be done as leader of the race, and of course wearing pink you're expected to defend it. Tomorrow, of course, to Siena on the gravel roads, and this man in the blue had a golden opportunity to take it today. He's very much our king of the mountains man, is Fortunato, in the blue here, but well, this is a little grouplet that's swollen with the absorption of Jörg Steinhauser with the pink helmet here. Two, of course, with Prolog and Vendreme from the Decathlon AG Tour de Mondial. And it doesn't seem a great deal of will for these guys to attack anymore. Just 8.3 to go.
Fire has gone out the belly.
Very much.
They were coming, and they were coming at speeds. Yeah. And if anything, I thought at one moment they could have caught the three in front, but the fire has just come out.
There we are, asking for a turn here is Kelderman. Given to getting vocal sometimes is Kelderman. Arietta not coming through. I don't think he's got anything left, and suddenly there's a gap between them. Ulissi was the man that kicked on. Kelderman saying to Arietta, look, Ulissi's doing it, why aren't you? Meanwhile, the collection continues along the way. Alco Frigo said his plan was to be in the break today and give himself a chance of victory. He had that chance not to be. Ulau as well, just leading the pack for Bahrain Victorious. Meanwhile, Plapp is leading everyone a merry dance. It's now down to Ulissi if he wants to take the pink jersey, because Fortunato and that group, they're now still at 2 minutes and 35, and it's not going to be enough by the looks of things with the way that the peloton is behaving. But it might be for Diego Ulissi. 4 minutes and 1, as I say, might actually come down to the bonuses at the line. Start the final climb. Now this is gnarly. This is a little wall at the end. Bit of spite. Maximum of average slope 11.9, but a maximum of 14%. This is a bit cruel, Brian.
Yeah, right at the end of the day. Okay, it's only short, but these short hills do really, bite into the legs. He hasn't got that far to go to the top 500 metres, but after what all of these guys have been through today since kilometre 0 with the really super fast race, this is a really kind of sting in the tail.
I mean, our percentage being displayed for you there at the side of your screen, 12% on at the moment. Just coming into it, easing ever so slightly. He's about halfway through this climb now, by the way. It's got another little clip towards the top, I believe. Meanwhile, well, Arietta didn't have, it seems, too much more to give to this group. He's going to try and tempo his way up here, but it's Ulissi that's kicking on here. He's battling for a pink jersey here.
Yeah, he has to keep on riding. It's still, he's still within, what's 40 odd seconds of it.
Yep.
So still looking good. Fortunato, he's still not that far away as well. So it still could go to XTS Astana. It really depends on if another team comes to the front and they want Roglic to have that pink jersey, then they can do it. But the looks of things, nobody wants to do it for the moment. The XTS Astana have tried first and foremost to win the stage. It's not going to happen, but Ulissi fighting for pink.
Well, he's going to get there. Bit of a conundrum at the very end. Well, it would have been if we had an intermediate, if we had a group sprint for the line. He's just going to carry on grinding this mount to dust, and he's nearly there, Brian. From the top here, he should be able to run home, and you'll see just how technical the finale is. In fact, in the last 300 meters, there is 2 90-degree turns, very, very late on.
Come on, mate, come on. That's all you need to hear at the top of the last climb of the day. Descend in, throw your hands in the air, and take the plaudits for it, because it's such, and we keep on mentioning this word measured. It's been a measured performance all day from Luke Clark, and it's been really impressive. And well done to Jaco Lula for entertaining us today. It's been a great stage. Still not over, of course, who will be in pink at the end of the day, but definitely winning in purple will be the Aussie Luke Clark.
It's a purple patch for you, Brian. Brilliant. Ulissi kicks on. This is every second counts for him. It's calorie 4 test. He's not bothered about that. But what he needs to do is now drive home. 52 seconds with around 6 kilometers remaining. Here's Steinhauser. And this group has fractured as well. Here's Bardet. Up ahead, still bidding for it, is Fortunato. Here he is. Kicks off. He's gone. Flown the coop. And he's got one rider for company, well, 2, I should say. In fact, he's the one that's on the rack. Vendrami here, Prudhomme just up ahead, who's decided to kick on. 5:36. It's going to be down to your impeccable maths, Brian, by the end of this one.
Yeah, it's the battle, as we always see this. I don't think there's any real battle to get into good position at the bottom of this climb. I cannot see any of the GC guys going on the attack, but you say that and all of a sudden they do, and it's why didn't you make that effort? We know it's a tricky descent in towards the finish, so this is what we see, and when the teams start to do this, it whacks off about 30 or 40 seconds. So yeah, look, it's still in the balance for pink, but we know who's going to win the stage. Ulissi definitely going to get a good stage place, and same with Fortunato. So there's some UCI points up for the team of XTS Astana, but this man has got the day.
4.8 kilometers from home, and you'll see how sketchy it is as we come into town in a few moments' time. Meanwhile, a look at the man who will be king today. Absolutely brilliant. Poetry in motion, and well, look at this. He's got to run into town. He'll have about 2.5 kilometers once this descent is done and dusted. He's got to take care here, of course, but it's going to be a parade. He's going to have enough time to think about how to celebrate this one. 4 kilometers from home, gets the warning here. He can hit the brakes. You might even hear them squeal as he comes into this one. keeping that bike almost vertical in the corner here, Brian. This is wonderful.
And it's
Tom
Pidcock just kicking off a little bit. Ayuso going with him. So this is going to eat into the advantage of anybody thinking about pink in front. Carapaz is up there, Bernal. So all the kind of usual suspects. Whether they're going to gain anything from this, I very much doubt it, but it's a test. And Tom Pidcock did say he's come to this Giro to attack, and that's what he's doing.
Yep, he is. Plays in the hands of Ayuso if the battle plan is to keep Primož Roglic in pink. It's going to be touch and go, and the deeper we go into this one, well, maybe that's going to be a factor. Let's wait and see. Let's say we have another team racing to keep you in the hot seat. That's what's happening at the moment with Primož Roglic here, and well, Bora also coming up to join the fun, possibly even to disrupt. They're on the wall section, and quite frankly, when you're dealing with 12, 13 and 14%, it's your coping pace that you deal with, especially at the end of a day like this. Super to see Richard Carapaz, who's also reignited, hasn't he? Egan Bernal yesterday, keeping it South American, looked absolutely magnificent. 2.6 kilometres to go then for Luke Plapp. He's into the sort of sketchy finale. It's going to be a full 5 minutes before our breakaway come across, our peloton, I should say, come across the line. The gap for Ulissi and Kelderman has actually come down as well, 48 seconds, and they're taking a few more risks on the descent, which, quite frankly, Luke Plapp dialed in a lot of insurance into.
Yeah, he's not going to take any risk, especially after he's off in the time trial with 2 kilometres to go. He can afford a little bit of kind of freedom and just try and enjoy the moments. Of course, we hear an interview afterwards, the question, you know, when did you realise you'd won the stage? You went across the line. But, you know, it's just, in the car behind, you just keep focused, keep doing, don't take any risks, keep the technical information coming ahead of what's coming up, left, right, you know, where the corners are. But well done, mate, and taking the biggest victory of your career.
Absolutely magnificent. Luke Plapp, hero. And today, well, underscoring that status. Here we go. Here's Kelderman and Ulissi. Don't forget, 10, 6 and 4 bonus seconds. Those 4 bonus seconds might actually count for something quite significant. Let's wait and see if it turns into a pink jersey. The more I'm looking at this, Brian, it looks like Roglic is going to hold on here. Let's have a look. 2 minutes to the blue jersey.
No, it's coming down to seconds now.
It is, yeah. So it might well be that it's on the bonus here, so Ulissi might want this. Let's see. Second place as well brings coveted points to his team. Here's your kilometre to go. You'll see the rather technical double 90-degree turn that he's got to deal with in the last 350 metres, but quite frankly, he could probably walk it in from now, metaphorically, you understand. As he looks back, he still doesn't quite believe what's happened to him here, Brian.
Yeah, he's looking back. He's not been in this situation in his career. He doesn't want to take any chances. He knows 48 seconds. 48 seconds is not a huge time gap, but he just wants to see it for his own eyes. You know, 600 metres to go. He's not slowing up at all. You know, he can't. He's not that sort of rider that's going to relax too much. So that just check behind. He'll be fine. He'll round these final corners and hopefully enjoy the moments.
Luke Plapp is going to take these last couple of 90-degree turns, just one more to deal with before he gets to the line. And a man from Melbourne who had to stand extraordinarily tall today, amongst others at any point within the stage that possibly had an advantage. Well, he played his cards absolutely beautifully. When it came to the climbs, he used those around him. When it came to the flat, he turned on the time trialing skills. No need for a sprint here. He can think about how to celebrate, and he can think about what he's just done. It's washing over him. The smile says it all. Absolute genius at work. A battle plan delivered par excellence. Luke Plapp, we celebrate you. Chapeau, sir. What a difficult day to master, and only one man had the combination to unpick that lock.
Super hard day, finished by a very good performance there from Luc Plap, and best win of his career. Ulissi and Kelderman coming up to finish second and third. What could have been, but 45 kilometres solo for the victory for Luc Plap.
Kelderman's going to come and try up and nick this as well. He's going to get second place. Kelderman just with a little more power when it needs right at the end. Ulissi, the veteran, it'll be 2 bonus seconds for him, 4 bonus seconds, I beg your pardon, 6 for Kelderman. So 4 bonus seconds. This could be absolutely crucial. Crazy indeed. He looks fresh as a daisy, not crazy. Phenomenal. Fantastic. Well, what might have been as well for Igor Arrieta, got a free hand. Prudhomme's just in his wake behind. Vendrame, Fortunato will be coming in. Balde as well, strong finish by him, and Jörg Steinhauser likewise, but we are measuring time here because it's vital. Minute and 22 as Arrieta crosses the line. Where is Fortunato? That's what we want to know. Has he managed to eat into this gap? And there he is. He's on the road just behind Prudhomme. Vendrame and Fortunato coming in together here. Vendrame almost pacing Fortunato. 2 Italians here. Possibly knows what his job is. Going to stop the clock now. Minute and 49. And now we wait to see where the pink jersey comes in to finish.
He's okay?
It's more than okay, mate. You've won.
Crazy. Honestly, jeepers.
How lovely is that? Camera's all over Diego Ulissi. Still waiting to see if he's in pink. Here's Fortunato, his teammate as well, absolutely exhausted.
Yeah, we didn't get the time in that, but I think it's between
149 for Fortunato.
And what was it for?
Ulissi, I'll wait and see.
See, the cameras are on them because it could be potentially pink for one of them.
Ulissi finished at 38 seconds, but don't forget he's got a 4-second bonus as well.
I know that. But where did Fortunato finish?
Finished at 1:48. Steinhauser comes to the line. Roman Bardet, another very strong performance by the veteran. And chapeau to the pair of these two as well. They were very, very strong today. 3 minutes and 4, it says.
Well, it's down to Ulissi. Fortunato's out of it, so it's down to Ulissi.
Let's see what the target time is then for the pack, as they will soon present themselves. Meanwhile, we still wait. 800 metres to go for this man, looking further back as well to see where the peloton is, and here it is. Finally, Hoves into view, and they're not exactly sprinting for this one, which suggests to be that they'll be happy to hand this one over. Whether it's going to be moderated sufficiently is anybody's guess. They're chopping and changing here. Patrick Conrad having a strong ride up on the barriers here. Clock still rolls on. We'll see it at the line. It's on the display above the finish line. This is part of the approach here. 3 minutes, and that's 4-minute margin we've just hit right now.
30 seconds now.
Goodness me, I think then we're going to have an Italian in the pink for the first time since 2001.
2021.
2021, that's what I meant. 2021. Wow.
Dumarchi was the last rider.
Alessandro, that's right. Meanwhile, the finishing begins, but we're looking through the heat haze here, and here comes the pack. Then they're all going to be potentially on the same time. It's Ayuso that's out of it, and pink has transferred to the shoulders of Diego Ulissi. I think the fans actually know this as well. Here is Roglic. He doesn't want too much space between himself and Ayuso, so he's going to TT over to him. There's probably going to be a second between them. Maybe, we shall see. 2 minutes and 50, Brian. Is that finishing time if they all get the same time? Wow! Just being confirmed to it right now. What a moment! He's still looking around. He can't quite believe it.
I knew
Now he
before him.
knows. What a roar.
You just want official confidence. I think he's won 8 stages, and this is the first time he's been in pink. You know, he's at the twilight of his career, and in a very difficult stage, he's managed to do it. Ayuso, well, I don't know if there was a second of a difference between himself there and Primož Roglic, but XDS Astana, well, a big day for them. We've got a couple of riders in the top 10, so they gained some points. Okay, they never got that stage win, but they do have the pink jersey. So stage 8's results. Luke Platt wins for the margin of 38 seconds from Kelderman. Ulisi, Arrieta holds on to 4th. Prudhomme, Vendrame, Fortunato, Steinhauser, Bardet and Martinelli closing off the top 10. So what a day for the Aussie. Second stage win of the Giro d'Italia for Australia. Caden Groves taking the first. Luke Platt, can't quite believe it. 45 kilometres solo. First ever Grand Tour stage win. And possibly, arguably, the best win of this man's career. Just rode it absolutely to perfection, and managed to hold off the rest of the breakaway over the last 45 kilometres.
A thrilling breakaway stage. Riders coming in. We have Igor Arrieta to my left. Igor, estamos vivo en Eurosport. Podemos preguntarte cómo estás.
Live on Eurosport.
Bueno, bien, lo he dado todo.
Tell us how you're feeling.
Al final cuarto,
I'm good. I gave
ha
everything.
sido un día muy duro, no se hacía la fuga. Al final, pues en una subida.
It was a very tough day, but the breakaway was going.
Y ya ha sido sobrevivir.
¿Tenías la libertad antes a atacar y luchar para la victoria hoy?
No estaba.
You delivered to fight for the stage today? No, it wasn't in the plan.
Una fuga tan grande, pues había que estar atento.
It was such a big breakaway. I had to be careful all day long. If someone dangerous was taking part in the break. Thank you, good job. So it wasn't part of the plan for Arrieta to be in the breakaway. He was just doing his job. But good job done by the Aussies, or the Aussie team, and they are punching the air with delight.
Giant performance by these boys. They can't quite believe it. Everyone wants to talk to everybody. Look at this. It's not ever just one man. There's a team involved, and chapeau to them all. That was amazing. Overall standings, Diego Ulissi leads the Giro d'Italia for the first time for Italy since 2021. And check this out as well. Fortunato on 12 seconds. Roglic 17 seconds in arrears. While Ayuso now just 3 seconds difference, with Del Toro a further 6 seconds in arrears. Tiberi, Paul Storer. It is so tight at the top. This is magnificent.